for me.
Okay,
So
we're live.
we're live. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
All right. I am going to try to moderate this session at the same time. Can you see? Yeah, we can see everybody, right?
Yeah,
Yay.
I can see you anyway.
You can see me, and I'm at the beach.
Yeah, and I see your cute little dolls and even the Raggedy Ann little mini doll.
I know, Jody made that. Well, that's because I was doing a photo shoot this morning because I am going to be doing an event, a teddy bear picnic on September 26th, and I have to do the announcements, and I was doing photo shoots this morning. So
Aw, that sounds so fun.
yeah, so I set it up because I just threw everything in this little basket. This is a trick I learned from Eileen Lamb, is to just throw your props in a basket, and it's a teddy bear picnic. So
Okay.
So we're going to do a teddy bear picnic and a teddy bear sort of event September 26th with a big play therapy component.
Uh-huh.
We're going to have a portion of the proceeds benefit alz.org because my friend Sherry in Florida, who I'm working with, is very involved with making dolls and bears for Alzheimer's and dementia patients. So I thought it would kind of be like a fun little connection. And we usually have these big events and we can't. So I thought it would be a fun way to just do something small and playful and sort of part of the whole affordable movement. So these guys were my helpers this morning, but I'm gonna put them away while you get your supplies out.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So yeah, I'll just hurry and do that real quick.
That's okay. And I'll tell everybody, I'm going to hop on Facebook and try to moderate this session. I'm not sure if Christy Jones-Ray can join us or not, but I'll know when I take a look. Let's see who's here. Oh, wait, I got to turn the volume down. Hey, Suzanne. Hi, Mia. All right, everybody. I am down in Cape May. We have a house rented and I'm going back and forth between Warwick and Cape May a couple times over the next 2 weeks. So I'm in from the beach, getting ready to take the dog back out to another beach where she's allowed to swim. And we have a house full of kids and guests. And I have my friends here because we're working on this event for September 26th. And I promise, I've been getting a ton of emails and DMs. I promised everybody all the information will be posted by Monday. For the September 26th event. There will be 2 sessions at the gallery limited to 10 people. There will be 3 options for people to participate virtually. There's going to be goodie bags and sort of gift certificate options and loot bags. And we'll have a virtual component with a Zoom, private Zoom, semi-private Zoom with Christy Jones-Ray and the 6 or 8 folks that are participating. So it'll be really special. And it's going to be dolls and bears. And I'm working with 2 friends, Magic Mirror, hello, Sherry and Ro, to have a play therapy component with Muffy and Hoppy and Blythe and a whole bunch of teddy bear friends. So there'll be a vintage component, there'll be a play therapy component, there'll be sort of an artful component for my customer friends who are not into dolls and bears, but the idea of sort of celebrating whimsy every day and looking at color differently and looking at texture and looking at the possibility of things that are worn and loved or far from perfect is what we're doing. And the whole event will have a benefit component for alz.org in memory of my mom. So that's what we're working on. So the event details will be posted by Monday, and this is September 26th. I also got a lot of messages from people about the August 30th and September 13th events, and those will be completely online. You don't need to register for them. The details will go out. If you're not already in the insiders group, it's Jen's Earth Angels, so please join because the details may get there first. And if you are online, go to earthangelstudios.com and please make sure you are on my mailing list, my website mailing list. Oh, look at that giant Uline box. Oh, wait, it disappeared. Angela is always famous for using what's available to her. And we were talking about the option of being creative wherever you are. And I'm down at the beach in a rent-a-house with a basket full of toys. And I've been taking photos all morning, going around the house, pulling together. Oh, I love them.
There's a swallowtail caterpillar.
Oh, look at that. Look at him. I was out, there's hydrangeas here. I have hydrangeas at this house. and also black-eyed Susies.
Oh, really?
And
That's
you,
beautiful.
I cut some black-eyed Susies, but you can't cut them in the state of Maryland because it's the Maryland state flower.
Really? I didn't know that.
If you guys get on Jeopardy and you need to know some useless fun facts,
Okay.
I'm your
Good
girl.
to know. Yeah. Because they are pretty like wild here too. So
Are they? Yeah, I think they're beautiful. And I love that you've got this still life going, because that's what I was doing this morning. I was just doing still lifes with books and flowers, trying to get it ready for today, and sort of doing looking at different camera angles, because I was thinking about how you talked about painting different things from a different point of view.
yeah. So I think I'm ready enough that I could start.
Okay, so these are flowers that you just picked.
Yeah, actually my son picked them because we had another bouquet from my backyard because I have a little wildflower garden, and that's how we ended up with the caterpillar. But he's trying to, it's actually good because we had a tornado come through last night and like a
But it
severe
was
storm.
really
So
bad. I'm so glad you guys.
it's his pet. He's gonna try to keep it alive, and if not, he'll take it back outside. But we keep getting new flowers for it.
I love it. I love it. All right, so we've got some folks watching. And Suzanne Thielen says that black-eyed Susies and the Leatherans are called Suzanne with the beautiful eyes.
Really, that's like a wonderful name for them.
Literally translated from Dutch to English. All right, I am never not going to think of them as Suzanne with the beautiful eyes again.
Yeah, I love that name.
I love it. All right, so tell me what we're doing.
So yeah, and we've already done fruit, so I decided to do books this time.
I love that. I love that. And I love that you also encourage like a still life with whatever's around.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So you just got to be creative. And so I'm going to move this chair a little bit out of the way and probably just literally get on my knees for this. So I think you can see this. We're going to use your favorite mop brush to get started.
Oh, I love my two favorite things, the mop brush and Jenkins Green. Can we use Jenkins Green today?
Oh, yeah, I got to see if I can find that. Let's see.
I wore my green sweater for you.
Okay, I'll see if I can find it in my, this thing might get in my way. I might put it behind me.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. So everybody who's just joining us, we finished up the cupcake last week, and Angela's very generous with our time, and we're starting a new session with her today on a still life with objects that are around the house. And again, I love how she just pulled that together with covering over a box, grabbing some books, and so sort of, I did the same thing today with the Blythe and Bears, and we have a lot of people who, when we watch, I get a lot of feedback from folks that they make us feel that the art is accessible to them, both in terms of price point if they want to buy a piece of finished original art, and also making the creative process accessible. And that's something that Angela and I are both really, committed to, both as creativepreneurs and business owners as well, is to make sure that original art is accessible at an affordable price, and also that you yourself, if you feel like engaging in an artful pursuit like painting or photography, that it's just really a matter of getting started and then just practicing and revisiting, but not being afraid to push that boundary out and start. And that's something I've been really proud to get the feedback on from Angela. You've been so encouraging of people, and they're so grateful.
Yeah, definitely. So I just put background, like I used the mop brush and just put a really thin layer of like a transparent earth orange, and just really watered down just to make it so it's not pure white.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can see it up close.
I love how you threw your necklace over your shoulder, by the way.
Yeah, it kept getting in the pants. So. Yep. Well, having kids just makes you very like resourceful. I mean, you just got to roll with the punches.
Oh, that is so true. And there are definitely punches.
Yeah. So I'm going to use the Hooker's green for the actual drawing.
Okay.
So
you're sketching in what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you do, at first it's pretty crude lines. I'm just trying to focus not on details, but the main shape. So like even just like what portion of this object is like taking up flowers and what portion is a vase, because a lot of times I was really surprised when I learned to do faces that a lot of times the face is a lot longer than people that are first starting to draw think.
Okay.
And like the nose is more in the middle of the circle, and most people think it's like on the upper half. So like it's all about just thinking more like what is literal instead of trying to think about drawing petals right now.
Right. So in other words, you said that when we look at composition, and we did this a little bit when you did the peephole with the apple, was to really understand things in relation to the other, particularly in terms of composition.
Yeah.
And I was working with what I had here. I want to say hi, Carolyn. I was working with what I had here we rented a house and I have to do a photo shoot. So I don't have any of my props with me. And I had to kind of take a look at things really tight, like just for texture. And it helps you even when you're in a photograph to look at something tight so you get the composition and the interest and the energy from the negative space.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good piece of advice, is to think about the negative spaces around things. So, and that kind of gets you out of your head, you know?
It does. It does. I was setting up before, and if anyone's not following me on Instagram, I'm going to try to continue this theme through the week with regard to composition, because I'm out of my element and all I have to work with is really the things that I brought with me in my handy little polka dot basket. And I'm trying to do photography to promote these events and to have a sort of experience myself creatively, just to sort of push myself to, I tend to do my photography for the site and for Instagram and for my personal self in the same spot. So I shoot often in my kitchen on the counter because the light is beautiful. And I have like a whole array. I have a whole house full of vintage junk to, and that's JUNQUE, to use. But I think when you're forced to make do, like using the quick Uline box and throwing a cover over it and pulling some, as Angela has done with this still life, it's pushing me to think about composition, to think about using what I have around me. And we had a request to sort of explore that a little bit more. I had people asking me about doing another photo session at the building. And a big thing was when you take a picture, looking at it so that you can see it when it's done, not what you think you see. Because lots of times when you pose, especially inanimate objects, it's easy to make them look, like dead versus like looking right at you.
Yeah.
So we've gotten a lot of requests on composition. So I'm so grateful that you're doing this today.
Okay, thank you. And I did take your advice actually for this little tricky area right here, because I was looking more at the space between all these and getting that right than the actual books.
Okay, got it.
Because sometimes when it's like for the beginning like this, it was just like kind of like Scrabble. You have to decide where you're going to place your first pieces.
Okay.
You don't really have anything to go with. So I did.
I'm not good at Scrabble, by the way, but I am okay. But I'm getting you.
Okay, yeah, you have to like just start laying down pieces. So this was like the first building block. Okay. And then you go off of that. So then I laid down some lines of like the table. Okay. And then over here, it's easy to get like tricked. So I had to go by how close I saw them to the edge of the vase or the jar. Yeah. And I did use the negative space to, like the bottom book is actually overlapping behind the jar. Okay, I see what you're saying. Right. The other two are to the left of it. And I want to say hi to Ro. Hello, Ro. I really want to ask, we have a question that's coming into me via direct message. People are asking, is the color that you're using now, like you used yellow with my favorite mop brush in the background and green, is it better to sketch all in one color, or should you be thinking about color at this point? Sometimes if I'm doing like a crazy bouquet,
Okay,
And I'm starting to put in the details and I want to sketch details. I'll do like 2 colors because otherwise I won't know which is which. Like
okay,
just like
okay.
mass tangle of mess. So I'll like make green for leaves and maybe a pink for the flowers or yellow or well,
Okay.
yellow is usually too light of a color, but like something to set them off so I know that that's a flower and not a leaf.
Got it.
So yeah. So yeah, sometimes I do, but they're usually going to be a darker color that you can see, like against the white, the lighter background.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Let's see what I've got here. So I've got like a brown and a ultramarine blue, and I need to get some sort of pink down. I'm
I
gonna put
love how you just throw it together, these colors, and I think it's wonderfully freeing to embrace different colors. I mean, I think as we decorate, we tend to stick to certain colors that we love. I mean, Ro, you're watching, there's Ro pink, there's this particular pink that Roseanne sees. And this is almost Ro pink, don't you think? Ro?
yeah,
But then you see something sometimes in art and the finished product may be the colors you wanted, but you've put a lot of different colors under layers.
yeah, yeah, that's true. So like there's also not just one red, like this is a warmer red and this is a
Okay.
cooler red that'll make more pinks. So
Okay.
I'm gonna use this one for the pinks because it's kind of like purples in that face.
Okay.
And also on one of the books has purple. So
Excellent.
okay, so I gotta find my mixing knife.
Okay, take your time. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab one real quick.
That's okay. Kristen, you are watching. When we're done here, we are going to head up to Higbee Beach with the dog if the storm stays away. And don't worry, Joey is behaving. We have Kristen watching.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah.
I want to go to the beach.
It's nice. Cape May is a beautiful, beautiful town. It is a National Historic Landmark. And
What?
Cape May, New Jersey. It's the
Okay.
southernmost point of New Jersey, and it has the largest collection of Victorian architecture in the country.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to maybe do a little bit of a live Instagram later this week. I'm trying to figure out how to mount I was out biking this morning. I was thinking, how can I mount my camera? I was talking to Mike about getting a basket because there's a couple of streets that literally every house is devastatingly charming. And the color combinations on the Victorian homes, they're like Angela Moulton color combinations.
Oh, really?
They're crazy. There's one house that's like Lego green and that red that you just had and black and gray. I mean, it sounds crazy, but it looks so good with all like the gingerbread painted. It's
Oh,
it's
that's cool.
beautiful.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I'll have to like Google that town and
Yeah, Google Cape May, and also it was the location of the summer White House. So
Oh,
they
okay.
left Washington D.C. in the 1800s and came up to the cool shores at Cape May, and the building that was the summer White House is now a big resort.
Is that like the Roosevelts and so forth were up there?
Yeah, no, they had enough money. They had their own place.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of movies about them, so that's why I was wondering.
That's right.
So, okay, I gotta find my spray bottle. I just like lost it again.
So now take your time. So if anybody's watching, Angela is getting ready we're in the first session of what's usually 2 or 3 sessions. Angela very generously gives us her time on Tuesday afternoons at 2 o'clock. And this week we're exploring still life and composition. And to sort of carry me through the week while I'm away, I brought my own little bag of tricks, and I'm going to be doing photography on Instagram, sort of exploring composition and working with negative space to add energy. And I've given myself that sort of personal challenge this week because I'm not interested in actively painting, though I do love to paint. But just sort of taking the creative lesson from Angela's painting class and even applying it to assembling still lifes and thinking about negative space. I've sort of given myself that challenge for the week. So if you're working on something yourself that's a creative project that's not painting, please think about anything you hear and adapt it to the medium you're using it in. Okay, there's that. Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, so I'm just starting. I mean, I'll add more details later, But there's so much going on here that I'm just trying to lay down some masses of color and shape.
Gotcha. Okay, and then you'll play with it later.
Yeah. So let me get, I can maybe even use my mop brush a little bit. That it's
You
kind
know,
of,
I get so excited when you use the mop brush.
yeah, I'm gonna use it for the background a little bit.
Okay, cool. You know, that yellow that you put down is almost like not even visible at this point.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you're right.
And I want to say hi to Lori Ann and also Lori Blythe. And Lori Ann is part mermaid, and she comes to Cape May often and gave me some great suggestions. And we went to Ducky's farm stand and got fresh peaches, which I can't wait to make some grilled peaches.
Yum.
Yeah, it's just been nice to have a little bit of a change of scenery. We came down on Saturday. I drove home Monday and picked up one of Rory's friends and two of Charlotte's friends. And so we're kind of going back and forth because it's just what needs to happen right now. But it's nice just to, I said to Micah before, we're just being in a different place after being home for so long. I feel like we're super far away.
Yeah.
And Ro and Alex are going to come down and visit, and I can't wait for them to just walk on the beach. Walking on the beach after sunset is my favorite because all the crowds are gone and the sun is gone, and it's just, yes, Roseanne, you might just happen to smell peach cobbler. And hey, Barbette Jensen makes the world's best chocolate chip cookies next to Ro, because Ro makes.
Okay, I love, that's my
my
favorite, my absolute favorite.
Well, Barbette suggests grilled peaches and cinnamon ice cream. Barbette, you would. We did an event once in Florida at the Janine Taylor Folk Art Gallery, which is a beautiful gallery. I did an event there for about 6 or 7 years. And one day Barbette showed up with this like vat of like warm chocolate chip cookies. And
Ooh.
exactly.
I always love those, like the restaurants do the skillet chocolate chip cookies with ice cream. Have you ever had those? Maybe it's a Midwestern thing.
No, it's a thing here, but you know, gluten-free, so
Yeah, that's
I
true.
know. But Roseanne makes the world's best gluten-free cookies. They are better than Tate's gluten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a bakery here that specializes, like she went to professional bakery school, but then she's gluten free. So they taste better than most bakeries.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's not a hard thing. It's just, I don't know why people just hit a wall. They're like, oh, no, we don't have anything gluten free. I'm like, it's really not that hard.
It's not, there's a lot of grains you can use, or
Yeah.
like non-grains, like nuts or.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Almond flour.
I don't know if you could have oat flour.
You can have oat.
Yeah, so that's a good substitute too.
Oats are naturally gluten free.
Okay. So this might be too dark, but I'm gonna.
But then if you put down color, because I'm getting a question now, like someone asked by direct message. Well, first of all, Ro is telling us to make the chocolate chip cookies in cast iron. So that sounds great.
Okay, yeah, they are good. I love, that's what I always get at the, like if I am gonna get a dessert at her and they have that, I usually get that.
And someone's asking by direct message because they may, and sometimes I get direct messages because people don't want to ask and maybe show inexperience or something within the messages, even though we're an open-minded, but I'm getting a direct message. Someone says if their color that they use is too dark, can they just rinse it with what, like we're getting a question because you said that that might be too dark.
Yeah, I'm trying to match kind of like my background gray carpet a little, but yeah, you can either wipe it while it's still wet, or you can, because it, not with watercolor, but with acrylic or oil, you can just paint over it. If you can't wipe it off, like you
Okay, so paint over it, and that's what you always say, to have water with you to maybe, like you spray the, like if, right, so there's Angela often sprays her palette.
Yeah, especially with acrylic, yeah.
Okay. Because someone asked about that too. They're like, are you spraying the paint to just keep it wet, or are you spraying it to water it down?
Both. I'm spraying to keep it wet and then to like thin it.
Got it.
Because this paint comes out really thick, and this kind, and this one's more runny.
Okay.
And this is like thicker. So, yeah, it's. Let me get some. It's more like like butter or frosting or kind
Ooh.
of messy, but
I loved, everybody went crazy when you were talking last week about when you frosted that cupcake.
oh yeah.
How many, raise your hand if you didn't think about Angela Moulton frosting that cupcake all week. I was like, I want cupcakes.
Yeah. My mom, her hobby when we were young was cake decorating, so we always had big mess. It was fun.
I bet you my kids would like that as a hobby better than me playing with dolls and bears. They would benefit from the cake fails.
Uh-huh. Okay, so actually, I feel like I made the books too dark, so I'm gonna lighten the books by adding more white paint.
Okay.
Let me. So again, I don't know if you can see the difference. This is titanium white and this is zinc, and this is like a sample. So the titanium's a lot more opaque.
I was gonna say it looks warmer too, if that's possible.
It could be I have paint all over
Got
here,
it.
but it could be that it's warmer too.
So at the beginning of your book, we sold out of your book this week and I messaged you because I need to get more of your books.
Oh, you did? Okay. I somehow missed that. I'll have to look for that.
It's okay. So
Yeah, let's
we
do
had
that.
some-
I'm out too, and we need to get more
we
books.
need to get some more. So if everyone's watching, I usually hold up Angela's beautiful book, which is called Brushstrokes Acrylic. And we always have them in stock. And I always offer free shipping to anyone after the session. And Angela's book, even if you're not actively painting, I love it because it has like the anatomy of a paintbrush in it. And she does at the beginning this beautiful color chart that's been so helpful to me to think about. Angela, I mean, I think about color more than the average person, but you have me thinking about color a totally different way.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of your book, when you do that sort of the tinting and the toning of the color with tinting it with white and toning it with black, it really has you look at the anatomy of a color even differently. So if anyone doesn't have Angela's book and they love color and they are, if you're artful in any way, even paging through Angela's painting book, I mean, if you're going to paint, it's wonderful, but I'm even thinking about some of the things in terms of, like I said, composition and color with regard to the photography that I'm doing this week, because I paged through my copy of your book before we left. And that's when I realized the sample copy is the last copy we have in the gallery. So I need to order more books. And I'm so grateful to everyone that's ordered Angela's book. Thank you very much. And you can DM me.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a great book.
So I'm just gonna add some more details up here. We got a lot going on. Just with some greens.
Got it. And hi, Wendy. Wendy Wade has just joined us too.
Okay.
So we've got lots of folks watching and enjoying you. And if you're catching us now and you're stepping into this session late, when the session is done, I'll share it to my page and I'll share it to the Insiders group, which is Jen's Earth Angels. And Angela gives us her time every Tuesday afternoon at 2:00. And I'm down in Cape May and Angela is in her studio. And I just said to Micah this morning, like, well, I've got my gig with Angela at 2:00. He's like, no problem. We'll do something afterwards. We went for a great bike ride this morning. And we're going to go out with the dog in a little bit and take her to the beach. Is it raining, Mike? It's pretending like it's raining, but not raining.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. Like they say, a rainy day on vacation is better than a sunny day at work. So
Yeah.
And Jody, you're watching. Wait, Jody, you had a guest appearance here earlier. We were talking about your toys. I've been doing a photo shoot. I hope you saw the picture. I posted a picture to Instagram this morning at Jen's Earth Angels and Earth Angel Studios of one of Jody's bears. She was out early this morning on the beach. She got sand in her shoes. She was collecting seashells. So hopefully you saw that, Jody. Oh, see, I'm now really seeing books, Angela. That's wild how that just happened. What happens with your paintings, I feel, and we get a lot of input on this, people feel like they're watching and they don't see it. And all of a sudden there's like that aha moment that the abstract takes shape and we see it in our heads.
Yeah. Okay, good. That's what I'm going for.
I love it. Oh, Jody, I'm glad you saw the picture. Jody, I'm working on, I told everybody at the beginning of the session, if any of you have just joined, by Monday, I'll have all the details posted for the September 26th teddy bear picnics at the gallery. And there'll be several ways to participate in small groups, both in person, limited to 10 with masks and socially distanced. And then there'll be a component to be able to participate in line. And I shot some of the pictures this morning, Jody, and of course included some of your fabulous toys. And hopefully I'll be home in a couple days, Jody, and then coming back here, but I'll grab your, I'm hoping that the houses that you're making came so I can do a photo shoot of your colorful houses with Blythe next to all these Victorian homes. So when I go home, hopefully there'll be a box there. All right, now I'm really seeing the dynamic and like we talked about before, Angela, the energy of that negative space. I'm really seeing the connection between the blooms and the books.
Okay, good. And it's still going to be kind of abstract. It's just going to go a lot faster. But you could go as detailed as you want. And I'll probably finish this in 2 sections again. So like next week, if you want to do next week.
Definitely.
We're running out of time. I could finish. We can go and talk about details and just like building a house or anything else, how to finish it up.
Okay, awesome. I'm getting a request by direct message for for you to hold it up to the camera.
Okay.
So see, and then, okay, so this is the blooms and the books, and I'm totally seeing it. And I love how loose it is, Angela.
Thank you.
I love it. It's like when you threw your necklace over the shoulder, it was like, woohoo, let's just paint.
Yeah, exactly.
And someone's asking just to see thank you, Jody. Someone's asking just to see the composition that you're working from your still life.
Okay.
So.
Oh, they can't see that. I'm sorry.
Now they can see it. So we see the books. Okay, great. I love it.
I'll just do them closer so they can see all the details.
And don't forget that little caterpillar there.
Oh yeah. I'll have to paint him into the.
Oh, you absolutely have to paint him in.
Kind of like a Where's Waldo type thing.
I love it.
Yeah, and then these are the books.
Awesome. Okay.
They kind of actually, I didn't know, but they actually kind of color coordinate with the flowers.
I thought that was intentional, but did you really just grab 3 books?
I did, but it was meant to be.
I guess so. Okay, so wait, is this the moment where you put your necklace back in front of you?
Yeah. There we go.
And we have someone who's noticed that you did not have gloves on.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have time. I was outside and gardening, and I just washed my hair and came down and grabbed what I could. And so, hey, I'm pretty clean today. A little bit of mess.
You know what? The fact that you were in the middle of something else and you stopped and did this for us really means so much, because I see I'm getting messages, and also people are commenting how much they enjoy this session, and you're like a jolt of creativity for people.
Well, thank you. Yeah, so I just took 30 minutes out of my day, and look what's happened.
That's awesome.
With your help, of course.
Well, I feel like we just got our creative workout. We should congratulate ourselves with one of those pink frosted cupcakes.
Yeah, we should, definitely. Everyone needs a cupcake today.
All right, so we'll do this next week if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right, everybody. So tune in next Tuesday. I'm going to post this to my page. It'll go to the group, and then we'll be back next Tuesday. And in the meantime, follow me on Instagram. Follow Angela at Pratt Creek Art, and you'll watch me on my. You'll watch me out and about with my little picnic basket, thinking about color and composition, and still life with toys while you're doing painting. So thanks everybody. Angela, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And thank you for everything. And thanks everybody for watching. It was really fun.
Okay, see you soon.
Bye.